Yes, Mason here, senior accounts consultant. May I be of assistance? Is that you, Susan? No, I didn't sound funny. I sounded efficient. No. I haven't forgotten the typewriter ribbon. I've got it here in my pocket. And I wish you wouldn't mention that typewriter over the phone. I'm not supposed to have it. Yes, all right. See you tonight. I sent it out with me burgle. Look, the team on it.
10 pence missing.
Yes, I see, Harry. You haven't been stumping up again,
Yeah, there you are. Hey, you've seen it all, then?
It's quite a shock, eh?
I know, true, Rex. That is very true. We'll have to have a word with the new cleaner.
Harry, this isn't the cleaner, don't you realise?
I know, Rex. It's marvellous, though.
Don't say I can call it marvellous. I mean, when Mr. Fletcher sees it, we're liable to have a corpse on our hands.
Well, every cloud has a silver lining, Rex, but this one could very well be gilt-edged.
What are you talking about, Harry?
The insurance, Rex.
The insurance?
Yes. It's just like winning the pools, this.
Now, just a moment.
I'm just going to check in here.
What are you talking about? What's happened to you, JF?
You better... you better come in.
You better have one of your yellow pills, JF, if you can find them.
No, it's too late for that. The balloon's gone up. It's stage 1 red alert on this, Rex.
What do you mean?
He's on his way.
Who is he?
The chairman.
The chairman?
By helicopter. Oh, can you imagine? I received the news with an open razor at my throat. Oh, God, it's a miracle I'm still alive. Oh. He was supposed to be on his way to the Gulf.
Oh, the Gulf, JF.
Yes. One of the sheikhs wants to buy 3,000 colour sets.
Oh, that sounds like good business.
Oh, it is, when you realise they don't have a television service. Anyway, he was fog-bound at the airport.
Oh, yeah.
He saw this break-in come up on his personal telex and decided to kill time by coming...
You mean he's coming here, JF, to investigate personally?
Yes, well, you know what he's like. He's never been the same since he flew in Concorde.
Well, where is he now, JF?
He's about 6,000 feet above Lower Goldstone.
Goldstone, JF.
Huh? No, Goldstone.
Oh, Goldstone!
That's what I said, Goldstone. Anyway, the point is that his helicopter's on his way here. And he's looking for a scapegoat. Now, we'll all be under the microscope. This break-in has given him the perfect opportunity to ferret.
Oh, what'll he be ferreting for, JF?
Anything, everything. He's a security fanatic.
Oh, I didn't know that, JF. Yeah. Anyway, we've got nothing to worry about, eh?
Oh, I don't know.
The manager's screaming for you, Mr. Fletcher.
Oh, my God, what does he want?
I don't know, but you better hurry. He's using his Kojak accent.
Oh, no. Carol, I want an up-to-date report of the chairman's position. And an estimated time of arrival, and keep me informed of his movements.
Have you taken your pilly, Willie?
Get out. And you.
Oh, yes, dear.
I want a list of everything that's missing.
Certainly, JF.
Make it a full inventory.
A full inventory, JF?
Everything. From the filing cabinet down to Carol's typewriter ribbons.
Ah. What did you say? Nothing, JF.
Well, it's the first thing that the chairman will look for.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be caught out so easily.
No, JF.
Well, get on.
Don't get it.
Hey, Rexy, isn't that exciting?
What is, Beth?
The break-in. The word is, there's a contract out on the streets, and they're putting the frighteners on Chummy to squeeze him out into the open.
You know, it's sometimes very difficult to believe, Beth, that you've got an O-level. Now, look, if anybody wants me, I'm going to the dentist.
Okay, Rexy. But got you sussed, huh?
What's this supposed to mean, Berg?
Well, Harry always uses the dentist cover when he's going to the betting shop.
Look, I'm not Harry, and I'm not going to the betting shop. While I'm away, I want you to do a full inventory.
Don't be daft. We never knew what we had in the first place.
Rex,
Yes, Harry.
I want you to sign this.
You can't stop now, Harry.
Where's he off to?
The dentist.
I didn't know there was cricket on the television today.
Rex? Is that you?
Yes,
What are you doing here? Rex!
I'm at the dentist.
What are you doing?
Look, I've got to get this back, Susan. I mean, there's been a break-in at the office, Mr. Fletcher. Who wants a full inventory.
Rex, I've got all these envelopes to type. Can't it wait till tomorrow?
Well, how many have you got to do?
5,000 before I get home.
Well, how many have you done?
46.
Well, you've been at it since Friday night.
No.
Well, I don't think you're going to finish the other 4,954 by tomorrow morning.
Rex, is that typewriter? It's too old. Couldn't you borrow a better one?
Well, I mean, the only other one is Carol's Electric. I mean, the only reason I've been able to borrow this one is because it's on top of a cupboard in case of emergency.
What am I supposed to do with all these envelopes?
Now, look, I'm sorry, Susan, but you don't seem to realise the true situation. I mean, with the chairman literally about to descend upon us at any moment, nobody is safe.
Rex, if I don't finish these envelopes, I won't get paid.
Does it matter,
Well,
Susan?
of course it matters. I was going to use that money to help pay for a new light fitting I got.
Oh, for goodness sake, Susan, I'll pay for the light fitting.
Will you, Rex?
Yes, I mean, it can only be a few pounds, can't it?
£37.50 to be precise. That's the 80.
I thought you'd gone to the dentist.
Well, I did, Harry.
Did you have gas?
Oh, it's very funny, Harry, very funny. It's just that Susan wanted to use it.
What for?
Well, you know, Susan, she wanted to make some money, so she thought she'd do it by a dressing envelope.
Was it for anything special?
It was a
money?
new light fitting in the lounge, Harry.
Why didn't you buy it for her then?
Because, Harry, it cost £37.50 plus VAT. And even if I could afford it, I could not afford to feed the guard dogs I'd need to protect it.
Rex, you could do with a little bit of extra money then, could you?
What?
Eh?
Oh, no, you don't, Harry. No. You've got that look again, Harry.
What sort of look would that be then,
The
Rex?
same look you had when you talked me into that cut-price tights racket.
Now look, Rex, it wasn't my fault the bottom dropped out of the market.
Harry, there's no market at all for tights with 3 legs. Even for people living in the Isle of Man.
All right, I admit that one went wrong, but this one is foolproof.
Yeah, your ideas always are, Harry.
All right, Rex, if you're not interested in making a few extra pounds tax-free, that's up to you. I'll keep it all to myself.
Yes, all right.
All right.
What is it?
One word, insurance.
Insurance? Oh, no, I am not getting involved in an insurance scandal, Harry.
Rex, what are you talking about? Do you know how much stuff has gone missing here? No one's going to notice a few extra
So what
items.
about the insurance company?
But that's just it, Rex. They're probably insured too. Look, we claim off them. They claim off their insurance. They claim off Lloyd's. Lloyd's write it off against tax. Who pays that tax? The taxpayer. You and I, Rex. All we'll be doing is claiming our own money back.
Will we?
Of course, Rex. It's our money. We are entitled to it.
Oh, well, I don't know, Harry. What do I have to do?
Just sign this claim for loss of personal effects. I filled it all in for you just in case.
Oh, did you?
Eh?
Oh, well, I don't know, Harry.
All right, Rex. If you're not interested in making Susan happy, that's up to you. I mean, it won't be me who'll be having cold dinners all week. It won't be me who'll be nagged to death about Jean buying a new light fitting.
She didn't.
Oh, I thought you knew. Yes, last week. Oh, yes, Rex. That's where Susan saw the one she wanted. All right.
Manager. She's just developed a hernia and gone off to a rest home in the Outer Hebrides, which means that I've got to look after the chairman.
Oh, dear.
How's the inventory coming on?
Oh, it's coming along, Jeff.
Yes, good. Oh, if you find 3 reams of graph paper and a gross of record cards missing, they're holding up Mrs. Fletcher's legs.
Same old trouble with Mrs. Fletcher, Jeff.
Yes, I'm afraid so. These things are sent to trials.
Oh, dear. The acupuncture didn't do any good then, did it, J.F.?
No, I'm afraid not, Harry. She keeps breaking the needles.
Do you know, I just had a thought. Have you tried chiropractic, J.F.?
Chiropractic?
Oh, yes, I fell in the pub.
Now, listen!
That's right, yeah.
The chairman's going to be here in 45 minutes. And I don't want anything to reflect unfavourably on this department.
Yes, quite, Jeff.
No blemishes. Understand? Talking of blemishes, where's Burke? Is he in today?
Harry, have you heard the latest whisper?
No, Berkey, but no doubt I'm going to.
The word's going down that the heist was a gift. Santana left the security door open, and Chummy grabbed opportunity with both paws. Who loves you, baby?
What are you talking about there?
Oh, hello, Mr. Fletcher. Ain't it exciting?
Do you mean that somebody left the security door open on Friday night?
That's how the hitmen got in.
Oh, my God, a security breach.
Keep smiling, Mr. Fletcher. The screws have a make on Chummy.
They have?
Uh-huh. Somebody fingered Chummy hiking some office apparatus.
For God's sake, Burke, talk English.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Fletcher. Apparently, the security door got left open.
Yes.
And somebody saw a shadowy figure up to no good in the car park.
In the car park?
What was this shadowy figure doing there?
Loading a typewriter into his car.
My God. What's that? It's him. He's here. It's the chairman. He should still be hovering above Lower Bumstead.
I think he must have had a touch of wind up his tail, J.F.
Yes, I know he's here. Oh, my God, why does this have to happen to me? I always buy a poppy every year, don't I?
Is the chairman putting the frighteners on you, Mr. Fletcher?
Don't you have any holidays, do you?
It was Goldstone, Jeff.
What are we all doing here? It looks like a thief's kitchen. For God's sake, if the chairman had to come in now, it... Aha! How pleasant.
Right, Fletcher. You've got 2 hours.
2 hours, Mr. Tucker? 2 hours for what?
The man with the typewriter. The man who left the door open. I want him.
I told you, Susan, I'll pay for the light fitting, but what do you want a typewriter for?
I've tried doing it by hand. My arm's numb from the elbow down and the pen keeps leaving blocks.
Then I'll buy you a new pen.
Oh, Rex.
No, you can't type, Susan. I think a total of 46 in 3 days. I mean, you can hardly read any of these. I mean, look at this one. Look, Mrs. Question Mark. I mean, Smixter-Q. And what about this one here?
Mrs.
P. ... space Ixony. I mean, really, Susan. If you want to take up a hobby, you should take up pottery or basket weaving.
What are you doing?
I'm getting rid of everything I've ever brought home from the office.
Why? What have you done?
I haven't done anything. Just that someone saw me in the car park putting the typewriter into the car.
Fletch, you don't mean to tell me just
It's
because
this
of that...
break-in, you see, Susan. I mean, nobody is safe. They're going to blame me.
Look, you're exaggerating. It's simply a case of mistaken identity.
Exactly. I could be another George Davis. I can just see it now. Rex Mason is innocent, okay?
Well, there you go again, overreacting as usual.
Well, I hope nobody accuses you of overreacting, Susan, when you have to interrupt the cup final by running naked across the pitch.
Why would I do that?
You had to focus public opinion on my plight.
Oh, I couldn't, Rex.
Yeah, but you'd have to.
Well, I couldn't. Not naked. I put a card in the tobacconist's window.
That's marvellous, isn't it? How many times have you seen the Home Secretary reading the postcard in the tobacconist's window?
Oh, Rex, calm down. Rex,
Well,
this break break-in isn't one of Harry's fiddles, is it?
What do you mean?
You know Harry. He'd find a way to fiddle himself out of his own funeral.
Oh, no. He's only interested in the insurance fiddle. I mean, that's how I'm going to get the money, you see, for
If you could increase your claim, perhaps I can get my new typewriter. I saw one advertised this morning. Now look, I could start off with letters, then go on to reports, essays for students, I mean all sorts of things. Look, you can even get an electric typewriter.
What, 150? Oh, no, just a moment, Susan. Don't let's get carried away. I'm in enough trouble as it is. I could be the phantom of the car park.
Oh, yes, I can just see myself. Saint-Tropez on the beach, eh, Berkey? Bacardi and Coke and an eyeful of topless French crumpet. Tossing their beach balls about.
Oh, I could fancy a bit of that, Harry.
No, Berkey, that's not for you. You'll be blind within a week.
Listen here, Harry, I don't think this insurance fiddle is a good idea.
I wondered how long it would take.
On reflection, I don't think I can justify having £200 worth of personal items left on my desk over the weekend.
I wondered how long it would take the milk monitor to stage her comeback. Now listen, Rex, I put a lot of hard work into this.
Well, that makes a change,
And I'm not going to let you ruin it by chickening out.
Well, how are you going to stop me, Harry?
By telling Fletcher who the man with the typewriter
Now, look, that was just a simple misunderstanding, Harry. That's all, easily explained away.
Then why haven't you explained it, Rex?
Because, Bert...
Milk monitor?
Well, have you found him yet?
Not yet, sir, no.
Right, you've got 10 minutes.
Right, sir.
I shan't need you.
Thank you, sir. Do you know what these are?
Well, they look like insurance claims.
Well done,
yes,
excellent.
have you signed them yet?
Certainly not. Do you recognise this, Harry?
Now,
Now, come along, don't be bashful. It's yours, isn't it? Solid gold signet ring, solid gold identity bracelet, solid gold tie clip, solid gold cigarette case with a solid gold matching light. It is yours, isn't it?
Christmas presents, chair, from the family. Heirlooms.
Heirlooms. How nice. You don't smoke, Harry?
No, sir, but I used to.
Oh, dear, Harry.
You're on the treasure trail as well.
Well...
Yes, I see you hoard electronics. A transistor radio, an electronic watch, a cassette tape recorder. Shall I go on? God knows what you're claiming, Burke.
Either a mahogany backgammon set or a leather bookmark.
Burke, I don't want to know. This is not an Aladdin's cave you're working in. This is an accounts office.
Perhaps you did get carried away a little, Jeff.
Carried away.
In fact, I was just about to withdraw my claim. You see, I didn't really want to submit one in the first place. You see, it was Harry.
Of course. Of course, I should have known. I should have known this sprang from that corrupt organism you call a brain.
No, look here, Jack. It wasn't me who was seen in the car park with a typewriter. Was it, Rex?
What? It was you. Is this true?
It was just a simple misunderstanding, Jeff.
Of course, the description I should have known. 40 to 50, tired, harassed expression, anxious manner.
Crumpled suit.
Yes, how could I have been so blind, you Judas?
Look, I'm sorry about the typewriter, Jeff, but you don't really believe that I would leave a door
I
open?
don't know what to believe anymore. This morning I would never have believed that you were the sort of man to claim to own an electronic watch.
Just a minute. I just remembered something.
Oh, yeah.
There is someone who can confirm that I was not the last to leave on Friday evening.
Oh, yes, and who's that?
You!
What?
Yes, when I left on Friday evening, you were still here examining the photocopier with Carol.
I bet that wasn't the only thing he was examining.
I'm sure this was all a misunderstanding, and I'm sure it's just a case of mistaken identity in the car park. Now, I trust you implicitly.
Oh, so I'm very glad to hear that, Jeff.
But on the other hand, you are a younger man than I am, and it's easier for you to get another job.
Hey, now, just a moment, Jeff.
No. I must stand by this one. No, I must guard my rear.
That's up!
Coming, sir.
Harry.
No, Burke.
Where's Fletcher? Fletcher!
Sir.
Time's up. Progress report. Have you found the man who left the door open yet?
Yes, well, I have spent most of my lunch hour in assimilating the evidence available.
Oh, get on with it, Fletcher.
I have come to the conclusion that the villain we're looking for is also involved in an insurance
I'm
deal.
sure the chairman doesn't want to hear about insurance.
No. He's really interested in finding the man who was last here on Friday evening, the man who left the door open.
Good thinking, Mason. And I do not want to hear an account of your lunchtime heroics. I want to show you something. Young woman, come in. Quickly. Bring those papers in here. Come along now.
What are these?
What do you make of that?
It just looks like a copy of the instructions for the new photocopy.
So does this, sir.
They're all the same.
Precisely. Now, as far as I can piece it together, on Friday evening, your duplicating room was the scene of some goings-on.
Goings-on?
Do I have to draw a picture someone was having?
I think we get your meaning, Mr. Tucker.
At last. And if you ask me, whoever it was turned that photocopier on to drown the noise and forgot to turn it off.
Yes, but sir, some extra copies of these instructions would be very useful.
I quite agree, Fletcher, but not 50,000.
50,000?
The rest of them are down in the basement, a pile 18 feet high. I could hardly get in the door.
50,000.
I think we take your thread now, Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
sir.
You think that whoever forgot to switch off the photocopier could also have forgotten to close the car park door?
Exactly.
Have you any idea what it might be, Mr. Tucker?
No, unfortunately. My guess is that it's some frustrated middle-aged executive taking advantage of his secretary.
Some frustrated middle-aged executive, you think?
Not the sort of man we want at international rentals, is it, Rex?
I want him crushed, Fletcher.
Crushed, sir?
Like an insect. The man's obviously security risk. Could leave himself open to blackmail.
No, there's a thought.
Yes, God help us if the press got hold of it.
Well, you know how it is. We're all men of the world. I mean, these things happen. Spring, sap rising, one's emotions get...
Rubbish! My sap never rises until I tell it to. I do not pay people to be emotional or to enjoy themselves. An office is a place of work. I provide plenty of opportunities for everything else of the staff conferences in Brighton.
Yes, sir, but once a year is...
Are you questioning my judgment, Fletcher?
No, sir, no.
I'm delighted to hear it. Fletcher,
Sir.
how does this fit in with your findings?
Well, I do know who it is, and yet I don't, if you see what I mean, sir.
No, Fletcher, I do not. Either you know or you do not know. Which is it?
Well, the man I have in mind is, came to install the photocopier. Yeah, and he left much later than everybody else. So the extra copies and the door being left open could all stem from him. Isn't that right?
Well, I don't seem to remember any.
Burke?
Friday evening, Mr. Fletcher.
You must remember.
Just a minute, Jay. Wasn't he the man with the solid gold cigarette case?
Yes, that's...
Oh, yes, he also had an electronic watch, didn't he?
yes, that's...
Mr. Fletcher?
Yes.
He didn't have a mahogany
Yes, he did, sir.
I think you've got something, Fletcher. A man who delivers office equipment, wearing an electronic watch and carrying a gold cigarette case, sounds so unlikely, but it must be him.
Oh, that's exactly what I think, Chairman.
I think we've got our man. Now, I want you... But I've only just arrived. Oh, well, I'll be ready in 2 minutes. Oh, by the way, who was it said that the fog would last for days? Right. Sack him. Well, Fletcher, the fog has cleared. I'll leave you to clear everything up. I have a plane to catch.
Oh, dear, so soon. What a pity.
Yes. I haven't enjoyed myself so much since I crushed that takeover bid from our Nipponese cousins. Full progress report.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Well, now that's over.
Oh, well, it's not quite over,
No,
is it, Jay?
one good turn deserves another, Jay.
What do you mean?
The insurance claims, Jay?
You mean these?
Yes.
Oh, these are fraudulent claims. I can't sign these.
What?
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Now, look here, Jay.
Accountancy is a very honourable trade. A modest claim from all concerned. It'd go down very well, but no need to overdo it.
I've taken the fur coat off my insurance claim. I left yours as it is.
Well, this is very interesting, Harry.
What is it, Rex?
Mr. Fletcher's insurance claim. A modest claim, JF. I didn't know you had a pair of diamond-encrusted, 24-carat, solid gold cufflinks.